washing the dishes and everything, and the little one runs up the steps and he stops and he says, Aunt Angie, can I play with the fan on your arms? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, come on, it'll be fun. I'm like, no, it won't. Yes, it will. And then he looks at me with these big brown eyes and this big dynamic smile. He goes, please. So I'm like, okay, go ahead. So he starts patting me on my arms and everything, and he's making these sounds that sound like a drum. And then I'm thinking if I had just thrown back a martini, this would really be irritating. And then he stops. And he says, Aunt Angie, you're great. And then he runs off. And then he stops and he turns around and he says, Aunt Angie, you're awesome. And I think, well, this is not so bad. I'm a good wife, a good mother, but I'm a great and awesome aunt. So it makes me think a whole new way about turning older, turning 50, well, 51, but who's counting? So I decided to go to the gym because I've got this new confidence because I'm what? I'm great and I'm awesome. So I head to the gym. Sitting on the stationary bike. I'm listening to Prince, got my headphones on and everything, in the zone. Got my little martini glass, take me a little sippy sip. And next thing I know, this little guy walks by. The little guy that works at the gym, there's always one of them. And he's saying something, but I can't hear him because I got my headphones and I'm, in the zone. So he goes like this. And he's motioning for me to take my headphones off. And I take my headphones off. And he says, ma'am, you can't drink in here. And I say, what? Everybody else is drinking. And he says, but ma'am, they're drinking water. And I say, oh, water. And he says, ma'am, give me your drink or else you'll have to leave. And I'm like, no. And he's like, ma'am, give me the drink or else you have to leave. So I'm like, getting irritated. So I hand it to him. I say, fine. And then I start whining. I didn't want to be here anyway. It's 5:30 in the morning. I could still be in the bed. I want to go home. And just about this time, this lady walks by and she's got a water bottle. So a light bulb goes off and I decide, hey, let me get off my bike. And I go towards the door and the little guy's standing there. I say, hey, you said I could drink as much water as I want, right? He says, yeah, man, you can drink all the water you want. So I head to the car and I get my water bottle and I come back in. And I take me a little sippy sip. And I tell him I'm hydrated. He's like, that's fine, ma'am. Drink all you want. So anyway, I realized this little guy has done me a favor. He's opened up a whole new world to me. I can get on the elliptical machine. I can do the treadmill because you can't ride the treadmill with a martini glass. It's impossible. You spill your drink. But now I can do anything. So I get on the elliptical machine. I'm in the zone. I'm listening to Prince again. I'm riding. And then the little guy walks by. He's taking somebody on a tour. And he says, that's Miss Harris. She's one of our newest members. And look, she's happy. And I say, that's right, because I'm hydrated. I get off the elliptical machine and I decide I want to go, try out some other things, because I got my water bottle. And so I decide to go over to the free weights and lift some free weights. And I see these two big guys. They're about this tall. They've got muscles on top of muscles. And do I really want to go over there with them? Because they're sweating, they're grunting, they're lifting 400-pound weights. And I say, hey, wait a minute, I paid my $2. I can go anywhere in this place I want to. So I head over there to the free weights. I pick up my 8 pounds. I do my 3 sets of 8. Don't even break a sweat because I'm what? I'm great and I'm awesome. Then I finish my 3 sets, and I do like this, and they start shaking. Well, they were really shaking because they were laughing so hard, but that's okay because I'm what? I'm great and I'm awesome. And y'all have been a great and awesome audience. Thank you.